Alright, let's look at the homework 4.2, problem number 2. Alright, verify the function satisfy the three hypotheses of Rolle's theorem. Alright, so you have a cosine of 5x, so this is continuous and differentiable over this interval, so there's no problem. And we have to look at the cosine of, so we have to look at the f of pi over 20, right, which is cosine of, right, so we have to multiply by 5, so it's going to be cosine of pi over 4, which is equal to cosine of pi over 4, so square root of 2 over 2. Alright, then if you look at the f of 7 pi over 20, right, then this is going to be, right, cosine of 7 pi over, so multiply by 5 of 4, right, and 7 pi over 4, so it's going to be, so cosine of 7 pi over 4 is still square root of 2 over 2, right. So we have a third hypothesis that these two guys are actually the same value. So f of pi over 20 is equal to f of 7 pi over 20. Right? So its third hypothesis is also satisfied. Right? Then what we want to do is we want to find the c value that's guaranteed by the theorem. Right? So take the derivative. Right, so derivative of cosine is a negative sine of 5x, then multiply by derivative of 5x would be 5, so I'll put 5 in front. Right, we set this guy equal to 0. Right, then we know that, let's see, we have 5x has to be equal to, right, in order to make a sine equal to 0, angle has to be the 0 or pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, and so on. So if you divide through by 5, so x is going to be 0, and 5 pi over 5, and 2 pi over 5, and 3 pi over 5, and so on. Alright, so let's see which values are still satisfied. X is going to be between pi over 20 and 7 pi over 20. Alright, so let's see. 0 is going to be too small, so we know that this is not going to be it. Alright, pi over 5 is going to be between pi over 20 and 7 pi over 20. Alright, so this one's good. Alright, how about the 2 pi over 5 is going to be bigger than pi over 20. Alright, how about 7 pi over 20? Let's see. So this is equivalent to 8 pi over 20, so this is too big. Right, so the only number would be pi over 5. So let's pick that. So C is going to be pi over 5. Right, so let's check submit for testing. Alright, I came back and looks like we got this one correctly. Alright, that's it. I hope that this was clear.